In church one Sunday, I noticed a set of twins walk down the aisle with their parents. And very striking blonde caught my eye, and she became active in the youth fellowship. Well, this was Lorraine Baker, and through the activities of the youth, it gave me the chance to get to know her. It gave us a meeting place, and the church was, as I say, so active in providing us a place to meet that it was a built-in dating situation. In getting to know her quite seriously at the age of 16 and 17, the feelings that we had for each other was also spurred on by the fact that my mother died when I was 16. And at 16, I know that I wasn't capable by myself of understanding things and accepting things. As I say, I was really getting very serious with Lorraine, and at an early age of 18, Lorraine and I decided to get married.
I was very, very fond of Lorraine because she was just a very dear person.
And we started our life together, both of us working and not really thinking of a family for a while. But in 2 years, our first son was born. And the surprising thing about that was that there was a tinge of red hair. A couple years later, our daughter was born, and I had a little blonde girl born in January, and we were both very, very happy. One of the problems that we did have in our marriage was strictly a physical thing, and that was that Lorraine did have a problem in sleeping at night. But she would have a spasm, and it came on in a sense from the first birth, which was called twilight sleep, and the question being in the second birth, would this be affected? And the doctor assured us that the type of delivery was different and so forth, and there was no similarity between the spasms that she had had and the fact that it would be about again from giving another birth. Well, this was wrong, and she did have a spasm 2 weeks after our girl was born, Ruth Ann, and unfortunately she was sleeping in bed, and I not being home, and she suffocated, and nothing could be done about that. Well, being a widower was a hard experience, especially being the age that I was. I was, in my early 20s, and soon found it very lonely and very difficult, feeling that in our social group I did become an outsider. I dated about 3.5 months after Lorraine died, and it was because of this loneliness and wanting a companion, a person to be with. And after 2.5 years, I did get fed up with trying to make these decisions. It was just too difficult to try to decide who would make a good mother and who would make a good wife. And the freedom and the relaxation that came from making that decision put me back to a normal thinking person. And this is what brought me to the relationship with Pat, and the freedom that we had made our dating very exciting and very normal and very relaxed.
Church was very much a part of our life, and I had pictured myself with a family and a church, and I just knew that that's what I was striving for.
Our moments were quite filled. I say filled because there were diapers and there was Gary just starting school. So it was time consuming, and the finances weren't that great.
Even through the roughest times, I never had any doubts that we weren't going to make it.